Matthew Bible Summary to Genesis 30. Rachel and Leah, being both barren, give their maidens unto their husband, and they bear him children. Jacob deceiveth Laban in the conceiving of the sheep and kids. Jacob's reward for his service. The 30th chapter. When Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, she envied her sister, and said unto Jacob, Give me children, or else I am but dead. Then was Jacob wroth with Rachel, saying, Am I in God's stead, which keepeth from thee the fruit of thy womb? Then she said, Here is my maid Bilhah. Go in unto her, that she may bear upon my lap, that I may be increased by her. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife. And Jacob went in unto her, and Bilhah conceived, and bare Jacob a son. Then said Rachel, God hath given sentence on my side, and hath also heard my voice, and hath given me a son. Therefore called she him Dan. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and bare Jacob another son. And Rachel said, God is turned, and I have made a change with my sister, and have gotten the upper hand. And she called his name Naphtali. When Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. Then said Leah, Good luck, and called his name Gad. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob another son. Then said Leah, Happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed, and called his name Aser. And Reuben went out in the wheat harvest, and found mandragoras in the fields, and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then said Rachel to Leah, Give me of thy sons mandragoras. And Leah answered, Is it not enough that thou hast taken away my husband, but wouldest take away my sons' mandragoras also? Then said Rachel, Well, let him sleep with thee this night, for thy sons' mandragoras. And when Jacob came from the fields at even, Leah went out to meet him, and said, Come in to me, for I have bought thee with my sons' mandragoras. And he slept with her that night. And God heard Leah, that she conceived and bare unto Jacob the 5th son. Then said Leah, God hath given me my reward, because I gave my maiden to my husband. And she called him Issachar. And Leah conceived yet again, and bare Jacob the 6th son. Then said she, God had endowed me with a good dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons, and called his name Zabulon. After that she bare a daughter, and called her Dinah. And God remembered Rachel, heard her, and made her fruitful, so that she conceived and bare a son, and said, God hath taken away my rebuke. And she called his name Joseph, saying, The Lord give me yet another son. As soon as Rachel had borne Joseph, Jacob said to Laban, Send me away, that I may go unto my own place and country. Give me my wives and my children for whom I have served thee, and let me go. For thou knowest what service I have done thee. Then said Laban unto him, If I have found favor in thy sight, for I suppose that the Lord hath blessed me for thy sake, appoint what thy reward shall be, and I will give it thee. But he said unto him, Thou knowest what service I have done thee, and in what taking thy cattle have been under me. For it was but little that thou hadst before I came, and now it is increased into a multitude. And the Lord hath blessed thee for my sake. But now, when shall I make provision for mine own house also? And he said, What shall I then give thee? And Jacob answered, Thou shalt give me nothing at all, if thou wilt do this one thing for me. And then will I turn again, and feed thy sheep, and keep them. I will go about all thy sheep this day, and separate from them all the sheep that are spotted and of divers colors, and all black sheep among the lambs, and the party, and the spotted among the kids, and the same shall be my reward. So shall my righteousness answer for me, when the time cometh that I shall receive my reward of thee. So that whatsoever is not speckled and party among the goats, and black among the lambs, let that be theft with me. Then said Laban, Lo, I am content that it be according as thou hast said. And he took out that same day the he-goats that were party and of divers colors, and all the she-goats that were spotted and party-colored, and all that had white in them, and all the black among the lambs, and put them in the keeping of his sons, and set 3 days' journey betwixt himself and Jacob. And so Jacob kept the rest of Laban's sheep. Jacob took rods of green poplar, hazel, and of chestnut trees, and pilled white streaks in them, and made the white appear in the staves. And he put the staves which he had pilled, even before the sheep, in the gutters and watering troughs, when the sheep came to drink, that they should conceive when they came to drink. And the sheep conceived before the staves, and brought forth streaked, spotted, and party. Then Jacob parted the lambs, and turned the faces of the sheep toward spotted things, and toward all manner of black things, throughout the flocks of Laban. And he made him flocks of his own by themselves, which he put not unto the flocks of Laban. And always in the first bucking time of the sheep, Jacob put the staves before the sheep in the gutters, that they might conceive before the staves. But in the latter bucking time he put them not there. So the last brood was Laban's, and the first Jacob's. And the man became exceeding rich, and had many sheep, maidservants, menservants, camels, and asses.